everybody, this is Robin Rosensteel, and I thought I would share my little shamanic Reiki story. Basically, how did I get where I'm at story with shamanic Reiki. Anyway, years ago, I was in Toronto, probably like 2007, 2008, and I started taking Reiki classes while I was in Toronto. And then I fast forwarded a year, I was living in England and studied with a Celtic shaman. And then I moved back to Northern Illinois, which is a story in and of itself. Moved back here, and I've continued to pursue Reiki. I retook Reiki because I felt like the first time I didn't get enough out of it, so I retook all the courses in Reiki through the master. And then I continued on my shamanic practices, ended up taking Martha Beck coaching, various other coaches, their programs. And I even went on some trips. I went on a trip with John Perkins, known for Confessions of an Economic Hitman. He did a lot of work with shamans and shape-shifting and different tools like that. And then I even went on a trip with Lynn Roberts, who before I even took shamanic Reiki, I went on a trip with her down to Guatemala. And even then, I was with other students who had already taken it. And I was like, I don't think so. I've already taken Reiki. I've already taken shamanism. I don't really think this is the thing for me. It wasn't calling to me. Fast forward about 5 years, I just got this calling. Literally, it was just like an intuition, like I really need to take this, right? So this past year, I actually signed up for Lynn Robert, her shamanic Reiki program, became certified with the Reiki Worldwide Network, and decided to start offering it. And the reason I'm sharing my story is because when I walked into it, I already had Reiki, I already had shamanism. I'm like, what could this possibly teach me, right? Not to say I was a naysayer, but my intuition was just guiding me gently that way. So anyway, I decided to sign up, and it was like the best program I've been through, meaning it really integrated all the work I've done, energy, coaching, shamanism, and integrated all together and started really intertwining my gifts in a whole new way, right? I always wanted to be a plant medicine person. I've grown herbs. I've made dry tinctures, herbs, all that, flower essence. And it actually converted it all into plant music, which is a total left field thing for me. Came out of left field. I do play musical instruments, but I suddenly was drawn to an instrument which allows me to communicate with plants and create lovely plant music, which I'll share with you. But anyway, this all came out of shamanic Reiki, and that's why I highly recommend, if it's kind of nudging you and you're like, I have no idea, I've already been through all this. It's an interesting twist. It really kind of intertwines everything you've learned and puts it all together in a nice package where you starting enabling your gifts, bringing them out. And one of the other gifts that came out for me from an artistic way is I actually created a deck of cards to share with part of my training program that you will receive, right? Cards that you get to pick every day and continually to work on your practices, whether it's an element, whether it's a fire, water element, whether you learn a tool like Jaguar Eyes and how to calm the brain, light breathing. So it's a great, program. Not that I'm saying, there's other programs out there too that are wonderful, but I'm just giving you my story. And if this is something that's nudging you, I really suggest you check it out. And if you have any questions, feel free to reach out. I would be more than happy to answer your questions. Thanks. Bye.